Well, there it is. Hello and welcome. In this video I will be discussing what we learned from the Overwatch beta preview livestream hosted by Ellerheim and Langley, who teamed up with the developers to show off the latest Overwatch gameplay. I watched Ellerheim's stream and shall be using footage from his perspective to make up the visuals of this video. I want to thank Blizzard and both the streamers for giving us a chance to see more of what Overwatch is really about. I will link them both in the video description below if you'd like to help and support them by checking out their channels. I also suggest that you check out the Reddit page for Overwatch, which has a really strong community driven to discover, explore and discuss the game in great detail. So, you can also check that out in the video description below for lots of topics that may interest you regarding Overwatch. Of course, don't forget to check out the official Overwatch page and sign up for the beta if you haven't already, which will start the 27th of October in North America, with Europe and Asia following sometime afterwards, but not yet confirmed exactly when that is. Well, let's get started then. We got to see 3 maps played throughout the play session. Dorado being the newest addition to the payload game type, where the attacking team's objective is to move the payload to a delivery point, whilst the defenders must halt the attacker's progress until the time runs out. This colourful map, along with its music, shows that Blizzard have a clear intention in strongly theming their maps. So not only is the location very beautiful and aesthetic, but it also connects with the characters within Overwatch lore as well. At the starting location for Ellerheim, for example, it begins within the vault that the newest heroes, Roadhog and Junkrat, have robbed, as you can see their gear and gold bars dotted around the floor. So this helps towards the themed aesthetics of this map, and it also gives you more of a sort of bond with it, I suppose, particularly if you're probably playing Roadhog and Junkrat. So the map itself, of course, as I mentioned, looks beautiful, it's gorgeous, and I really like how strongly Blizzard are tying in theme with all aspects of Overwatch, whether it's gameplay, lore, or characterization. Characterization? That's the one. Yes, it is definitely a positive sign. The second map to be explored was another payload set within the Numbani location, again strongly themed and just gorgeous throughout, with the third map being Volskaya Industries, a point capture map where 2 teams battle over control of the map, one team on offense and the other on defense. The attacker's goal being to capture critical objectives while the defenders must maintain control over them until the time runs out. Despite the 2-hour play session, only 3 maps were shown, which indicates to me that Blizzard might not be ready to properly show off their other maps just yet, or perhaps an even more cynical side of me may argue that Ellerheim and Haley trained with Blizzard developers on those 3 maps specifically so they could paint a better picture and a clearer picture of what was actually happening on those maps. Otherwise they may have been a little bit overwhelmed if they were to try to show off all the other maps as well and not really be able to give a nice showcase for them all. Let's talk about the character selection. The characters and their abilities are clearly displayed alongside some helpful hints. When team members select their characters, a portrait and icon representing the hero and their type, such as a tank, support, etc., will be displayed with the player name just underneath. Team tips adjust according to the composition of the team as players select their heroes to better help the team coordinate certain strategies and tactics. While in game, players can access a display of their abilities with some tips above to help them settle in and better understand the role that they have chosen. Players can get direct feedback when they die, as a kill cam shows the point of view of the player who killed them, which helps them to make it clearer as to see where they went wrong and what they can improve upon. When killed, you can change to any other hero to suit the current meta and change tactics on the fly with your team. Each team can even have multiples of the same hero, so you could have 3 frickin' Winstons running around, aping it up around town. Apes are popping. Anyway, so communications and being aware of both teams' composition is critical to securing successful strategies. Tips will be displayed when you choose a new role to give advice in general or specific to the hero that you're playing. I really like how the in-game player feedback is super highly visual. Stuns, pins, heals, anything affecting your character can be clearly seen through visual displays to help players quickly acclimatise to what is happening amongst the chaos. The only fallback from this would be the potential for too much information. Information overload, so perhaps there might be an option in the future to maybe minimize the text and the font and all of these little features that bombard your screen when you're being attacked and healed and so on. Otherwise the UI itself is very minimalistic and, yeah, hard to miss, which lends itself very well to the subtle clarity that players can enjoy when playing without even realising it. The scoreboard can be accessed anytime to indicate the current state of the game. For both teams, selected characters are displayed with their representative hero portraits which glow when a player is on a hot streak. Player death timers are indicated with a skull so you can quickly get a grasp of the situation. You can also see players trying to load into the game, useful for displaying disconnect issues. With your performance statistics being displayed just below, you can make a quick judgment call as to whether you might want to swap your hero out because you may not be contributing enough with the one that you've currently picked, and you might want to play one that's a bit more familiar or will be more useful for the team. At the end of the game, be it victory or defeat, you are shown the play of the game from that player's point of view. This could be a player from your team or the enemy team. It's simply a display of a defining moment from that game. The screen that follows displays 4 cards that highlight statistical results of certain players, including percentages such as generic information like eliminations, damage blocked, healing done, to more specific stats such as the number of times Roadhog hooked someone during the game, for example. So players can then vote by liking the cards. 5 likes upgrades the card to a heroic version, with 10 likes making it legendary. The developers stated that at the moment the cards are just a social feature right now, although there may be plans to expose the cards as a trophy or reward system in the future. The next display is a final tally of your performance results for the game, along with the progress you've made with experience gained. Note how experience is gained for any character you play throughout, and seems to depend on the amount of time you spent with that character, as well as any points you've accumulated throughout the mission, such as completing objectives. Other information gleaned from this stream included player skill shots playing an important part, with headshot hitboxes attached to characters. This lends itself to an extra incentive to reward players with good aim. On the flip side though, it was confirmed that Overwatch will initially focus on the PC format, but there is controller support planned in the future, which indicates potential aim assist for those players. Also, Blizzard will be hosting the servers. There are no plans for private servers, say the developers. The settings are fairly minimal, to say the least, and the glitches with character animated corpses resting in awkward positions are, well, humorous. However, these things are easily overlooked, knowing that Overwatch is still currently in its early beta phase. However, you wouldn't really know it, as everything else about the game looks incredibly tight and polished. Overall, Overwatch looks to be very promising. Characters remain unique with strongly themed abilities that complement their looks and personality. Blizzard stay true to their mantra. Easy to learn, hard to master, with playstyles rewarding players both casual and hardcore alike. Abilities are mechanically fun and well fleshed out. Each hero has a straightforward ability that has potential for extra flair when executed masterfully, such as Tracer's Recall, Reaper's Shadow Step, Junkrat's Concussion Mine, and Pharah's Jump Jet. I really like the Jump Jet. That looks like a lot of fun to manage. Aside from character abilities providing buffs like armor packs, health packs can also be found in given locations in each map. I did not see any other types of buffs such as damage or speed boosts available for pickup, so perhaps this is for the best, as balancing this alongside character abilities such as Mercy's damage boost may cause issues where certain heroes are heavily favoured. The developers mentioned that they enjoy the vast range of heroes and hero types such as builders, supports, tanks, etc. that they have created thus far, and will continue to introduce more in the future as long as they remain unique, as Blizzard want to avoid hero homogenization. The iteration process has been a constant for Blizzard as they playtest every day to make balance changes and keep the heroes fresh. One developer even noted how originally the payload in the escort map was half the size of the map, but this caused a lot of issues, as you might imagine, as they couldn't get it to work with all the sight lines and engagement distances, which impacted the overall feel of the game. As far as we know, Overwatch will not be a single player game. It is intended for multiplayer only, with Capture Point and Payload being the 2 maps currently. Hopefully your feedback through the beta and forums and other community-based sites can help Blizzard to craft out some more game modes further down the line. I will leave you with one concern I have though for you to ponder as I finish off this video, and that is of course esports. The beta will include voice chat, private lobbies and a spectator mode, all aimed to help push Overwatch as an esports competitor. How well will Overwatch translate to the esports gaming audience? Will it be competitive and coherent enough to maintain audience participation and engagement? Perhaps you can leave a comment below letting me know what you think about this. I'd like to give you a big thank you for watching this video. Make sure to follow and subscribe to the channel for more Overwatch news, and feel free to share this video with friends and others who may enjoy it. I'd also like to thank Anaheim and Blizzard again for their footage. It was a lot of fun, albeit very time consuming, to put this all together for you to make this what we know so far about Overwatch video, and I hope you found it useful. Take care, I'll see you next time.